Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round, discussion of American Horror Story, Coven, or Season 3, however you prefer to call it. Tonight's episode 301, or Bitchcraft, however you prefer to call it. Let's start with the smile next to me. Isaiah Mullins is joining us to discuss it. Wait, make a noise so everyone can see your face.
Hello.
There we go. And next to him is the bearded devil himself, Johann Phillips.
Yes, hello everyone. How are you? How are you guys this fine evening?
Good.
Good. Alrighty.
All right. I gotta say, first off, before we even get into this episode, let me ask you guys this. What's your level with this show? How much of it have you seen? What were your feelings on the past two seasons? And did you have high hopes coming into this season? Briefly, let me ask you that.
Okay, let me go over and say this quickly. For the past two seasons, I was kind of iffy because I did like the first one, but the second one really pissed me off thanks to the alien plot. But this one gave me hope. This new season gave me hope.
Johan.
Right on. Yeah,
and keep it wordy. I'm gonna go shut off my annoying computer over there so it stops grinding. So yeah, keep it wordy.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, as I was saying, before we got on air, I haven't seen the first season yet because I didn't watch it when it aired because I am a huge horror fan, and when I heard that the creators of Glee were making a show called American Horror Story, I couldn't help but scoff and be like, am I really gonna watch this? I don't. Nah. But as Todd pointed out, in horror, you root for the underdog. American Horror Story is the underdog, I guess, of the new horror genre, at least in television.
Yeah, and that's what was good about the first season, to me, because coming in saying, "Oh my God, this is the guys who made Glee. I've got to see this out of morbid curiosity in the same way I have to see Kevin Smith make a horror film again.
Right.
I'm going to have to go look the second time, too, even though I was disappointed the first time.
I got faith in Tusk, man.
It sounds good to me, but let's not digress too far. It was the underdog. It was which is who you root for in every horror movie anyway, and they succeeded in the first season. And then the second season came along, and I was really digging it, but then they did that. They just too many plot lines.
Yeah, I actually
too many subplots.
Right, actually, my mom and sister they watched the first season and they really liked it, so they started watching the second season. And I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I watched the first episode of the second season with them, and it drew me in. It did. It actually grabbed me, and I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna watch this now. And
it was really good. It was good when it was ghosts. It was good when the ghost, it was good when there was a hint of, is there some alien involvement? Then there was ghosts, and then there was possession. Okay, cool, we're still good. And then came the Nazi mad scientist, James Cromwell. He was amazing and was probably one of the best, but now he's creating mutants. And then you got a serial killer, and, it just went all over the place.
Is James Cromwell going to be in this season?
I don't know. I have a feeling the Butler, this is just my feeling, is that the Butler, you guys remember the Butler, right. Jeeves, they were calling him?
Yeah.
I have a feeling either they wanted James Cromwell for that role, or it was heavily inspired by scary movies. Chris Elliott, Hanson.
Right. Okay, so
you guys know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah. So wait. No, I don't. You're talking about the first season. No, I don't know.
Scary movie.
Oh, Chris Elliott. Yeah.
Chris Elliott.
And Scary Movie 2. You mean that was a good one?
It reminds me a lot of him. What's your point there, Johan?
That was in the first season. James Cromwell was in the first season as well.
No, sir.
Oh no, he wasn't. It was just second season. I thought he was awesome, and that honestly, he was the main reason why I ended up watching the second season, because he really drew me in. I
hope he's in this season. I hope he comes in, and that's one of my hopes for what's going to happen in this season. I hope they make up for some of their mistakes last time. I hope they focus more. And
Oh, please
kind of,
do.
sort of, it seems to me like they might be focusing more. Even though, which we'll get to later on, what's coming up in the season does look like there's a lot of stuff coming up, but let's not get too much into that.
Right.
However,
I just wanted to.
it does look like they're keeping it on one. There's a lot of shit, but it's all on one path. It seems
Like the main focus is like just that, nothing more.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to point out real quick that you met to Todd. You mentioned before about Chris Elliott in Scary Movie.
What's the matter? Isaiah's not good enough?
No,
Can't speak to the room?
Because I know you specifically are a big Chris Elliott fan.
Oh, I love him. I love him in strange ways.
Right. But I thought it was funny. Is that I was watching Manhunter today. The original Red Dragon.
Oh, you
movie.
would be watching something called Manhunter.
No, the original Red Dragon movie. If you're a big
Love that
movie fan, you know. Yeah, I love Manhunter. But I noticed there's a scene in it where when they're in the room with all the detectives and stuff, Chris Elliott is one of the detectives in the room. He makes a real quick cameo, and the funny thing about that is that in Scary Movie 2, they do a spoof scene with him as Hannibal, like from the Hannibal movie when he pulls off what's his
Shorty.
Sean Wayne's his
Shorty.
head, Shorty, Shorty,
Shorty, yeah.
the pothead. Yeah. He does like that scene from Hannibal where he pulls the skull open and shit. So I thought that was funny. Is that Chris Elliott makes a cameo in the first ever movie about Hannibal Lecter?
Well, you know something? I got a good way to make that get back on topic of American Horror Story. Speaking of homages, I think this season is doing a lot of homages. I don't know how to say that fucking word. I hate it.
Love letter.
Homage. It's doing a lot of referencing to other horror films like Precious, Gabourey Sidibe.
Yeah.
I always confuse the D and the B in her name. I can't. It's Sidibe or Sibiday.
Call it Precious.
Precious. Her name in this is Queenie. Now, that could be one of two things. Queenie could be a goof on Precious, because Precious and Queenie.
I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this. Or
this.
I will like to believe it is a reference to 1981 or 1980s trauma film by Charlie Kaufman, Lloyd Kaufman's brother, Mother's Day. Queenie was the monster in the woods. I just got that vibe, and I feel they do an Evil Dead reference, because in the Coming On you see what's her face, Farminga
with the chainsaw,
Carmarisa, kind of looking like Ash with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
So I think I'm hoping they're going to be heavy, and I think that Queenie might have been a treat for hardcore horror fans.
They should just put Bruce Campbell in this season. I swear.
That'd be overdoing it, though. That'd be overdoing it.
You know, as much as I love Bruce Campbell, I've got to agree with Isaiah. I don't know that he would fit into this kind of world. However, they are going a little hokey because, you know...
Pretty much.
Which, again, now we'll rein it right back in and get to the beginning of the episode. We have this girl from season 1. Her name is weird. Tanisa Farminga.
Before we get to that, we're actually we're in a prison. We're in a period on peace, like 18...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with Kathy Bates, the whole opening with her and everything.
Yeah, that was really fucked up.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I was like, wow, they're like...
Yes, that's right.
They're showing up
ballsy,
they are.
As everybody had saw, you know, it started out back in 1834, a big party with Madame Laurel. I'm so bad with names. You know, she's like trying to pimp out her daughter to a bunch of fancy guys, and the daughter essentially says, you know, I like to fuck, and all the guys look at her with their tea. They're like, yeah. And then
they're all prudish and whatnot.
Sex with the houseman, and then we find out that this Kathy Bates, who plays this big madam, she's got all these slaves up in her private torture chamber. They're all chained up, broken arms, flayed
mostly
fresh.
Men.
Yeah, mostly men. Mouths sewn shut. There's one guy with the face that was peeled.
Oh my god.
That was pretty sick.
Did you see like the eyelids burned shut?
Very special effects.
They definitely started it up. Now, I mean, I think it was a little bit weird with the bullhead.
Yeah.
I think that was a little bit weird.
Well, I think that's also like a reference to, you know, the whole witchcraft thing, because, you know, like the paganism of the bull,
the bison.
Like,
it was pretty much
the image of Baphomet, you know.
Yeah.
Or Baphomet,
but it was also a little bit I think it was also a little bit touchy and a little bit. I'm gonna say it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like they had like this, like the slavery period. But it was nice and all. However, some people might take that as a wrong reference to a lot of things because I was really, really heavy-handed. Like, wow, this is very
Right, but
heavy-handed.
you know
But
what they
again,
did? Because then they have Angela Bassett. She's sort of the counterbalance to that, the voodoo
yeah,
priestess. Because we've got to see the atrocities of this Madame Laurelry, whatever the frig her name is.
fat lady.
Because, yeah, Kathy Bates
Yeah.
versus Angela Bassett, that seems where it's going to be because the guy she put the bullhead on was Angela
lover.
Bassett's secret lover, who basically also fucked Kathy Bates' daughter.
Well, it was forced.
Forced, allegedly. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Uh,
So, you know, that she does have a motive now. Angela Bassett came back and got revenge on Kathy Bates, as we find out a little later in the episode, and she poisoned her with something because Kathy Bates was obsessed with, you know, putting
Being
blood on
young
her
and
face
beauty.
to making herself look young. However, I have a point on that. But I can't get to it yet. We'll wait because that's right at the end and the big reveal in the end. I do have a point of contention that I thought was a little dumb, but forgivably dumb.
Right.
So we go through all that, and you're right. It was heavy-handed. It was brutal. It was raw. It was pretty friggin' awesome,
It
honestly.
is. It was awesome. It was just
Yeah.
like, wow. Whew.
Pretty ballsy. Pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come to modern times, and we see the girl who was the daughter in season 1.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No,
She
I
played
guess.
Violet. I think her name was
Oh,
Violet
okay.
in
Their
season
name
1.
is Violet.
In this one, her name is Zoe, and she sneaks her boyfriend Charlie into the house for a little afternoon delight. Not my words. Blame it on FearNet.com, folks. And she's a virgin, and he's worried about putting it in there the first time. But she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." But little does he know that vagina's deadly.
Yeah. Also, the sad thing. This
That
actually reminded me.
vagina's dynamite.
This actually reminded me. That whole scene reminded me of the whole season itself. Is gonna remind me like X-Men. Because if you want to see the X-Men movie about Rogue,
No, I
Yeah.
said that last night to my girlfriend because she said to me, that's a little weird. Because she said that, what is her power? That she fucks people to death? That's a little weird. Because every witch sort of had their power. You had a resurrector, you had someone with
Yeah.
telekinesis, you had the psychic. I think Precious eats turkey. I'm not sure where her power was.
he can voodoo doll, which is kind of odd. Like, okay, he can voodoo doll.
no, but she.
Human
but
voodoo
she
doll. That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, no, but
Well,
she replenishes her powers by eating turkey legs.
Right. That's why they were important. That's why it was important to show that scene. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to the table with the whole reveal because that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
But Queenie, Precious, what was the fucking point now?
We were talking about how it was Rogue and it was like the X-Men.
Like
situation.
Rogue. And so everyone's got their own power. And so my girlfriend says, "Is that her power?" And I said, "No, that's like her curse. That's like sort of her infliction." And I compared it to Rogue. And I said, with Rogue, that's not necessarily her power. That's her.
Yeah, now that you pointed it out, I mean, all around, you're getting a real X-Men vibe, because they all go to the secret school, like the Xavier Institute,
Right.
Like, and all that
Well,
shit.
like what is it? So-and-so's School for Extraordinary Ladies?
Yeah.
For witchcraft or alchemy.
Right. It's like a mixture of Hogwarts and
Xavier
Professor Xavier Institute.
Yeah,
I liked that they made a reference to Hogwarts, by the way.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, that was fun. I gotta say that I thought that was cool because they already know that it's that everybody's thinking when they're watching it. Oh my God, this is just like fucking Harry Potter and Hogwarts.
Exactly, and if you didn't acknowledge that, it wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, but
exactly.
they switch it over to leaning towards like the X-Men, which is a better take on it. Oddly enough, like X-Men mixed with horror.
That's where I feel. You guys are right. Whichever one of you made that point.
But this one's a more X-rated version of X-Men because in X-Men, Rogue just has to touch them, and this she has to actually fuck them.
But now let me ask you guys this question. So after she has sex with her boyfriend has the aneurysm, his head pretty much explodes.
Yeah.
He keeps going while he's dying, and then when her mother's telling her, does she already know she's a witch, but not know she has that infliction? or was that infliction what made them know she was a witch? Because obviously not all witches have that infliction. So I'm thinking her whole family is already witches. That's what I'm thinking, and I don't think they made that clear. Did you guys get a better
Yeah, no,
picture?
I
I
don't
think
know.
I think her parent. I think her mom. I think her parents already knew when her mom said, I can't take care of you anymore." It's like a reference. It's like a dead giveaway. Like, yeah, we knew you was a witch the whole time, so we're gonna send you off somewhere. Bye bye.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just took it for what it was. She fucked her boyfriend and killed him, and now
Yeah, it was
she's
kind
going
of.
to fucking Hogwarts.
In all honesty, I didn't like that scene because it was kind of. At least to me, it's a little bit dragged on, a little bit way too much in that scenery. It's like, okay, we get it. She's going to get sent away. We've seen this part beforehand. But again, that's only a small gripe. Not a big issue, but just like it dragged on too long.
You know, though, I was afraid, and that was the point I was going to get into before you reminded me, Isaiah, that we missed the opening scene. The point I was going to make was that I got scared when whatever her name is in real life, Zoe on the show, when she was doing the voiceover, and I was like, are they really going to have this? Because witches are a hard topic to tackle as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
got
know?
to admit, as far as horror goes, I'm not a big like witch horror.
No,
Yeah,
but this
no.
one so far,
Like-
is selling me on witches so far.
Yeah. No, I agree totally.
But
Like, I never really cared for like The Craft or anything like that.
Yeah.
no, and I definitely don't want to compare this to The Craft because it's got more of an edge than that does.
Yo, yeah, no, totally, 100%. The Craft was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say a piece of shit. It was good for its time, I think.
I
It had hot
really
chicks
liked
back
it.
then. But
Oh.
the point is, I was afraid when she was in that scene when she was traveling. As Isaiah said, it was long, it was drawn out. It was her voiceover, and I said, "Oh shit, I'm now committed to watching a show about witches that I hate, and it's going to be driven by this girl who does not seem to have the chops to drive this show." But as it went on later, the rest of the cast really takes care of it, as they always do in each
Yeah.
season. So
Because it's very strong too.
Right.
Very, very strong acting.
I still hope she's not going to be the driving force on the show, though. I know she'll be a big part.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
She's gonna be that driving force. Sad to say, because they're gonna focus more on her and all that nonsense and blah blah blah. Like, oh god, can we just stick to other people who are actually more crazy than her?
Well, at least they're good enough that I focused my attention on the rest of them after that.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I hope not.
well, that's the next thing that happens. She gets to the school, and we meet the rest of them. I loved that scene when
Yeah,
we
I did
found
too.
out that girl, who I didn't even realize was Emma Roberts. I was told afterwards. She's a movie star, and that right there said, "Oh, cool. This is like secret society stuff," you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
it
right.
Yeah. The movie star reminded me of Carrie, which is really odd. Like, hey, she's like Jean Grey.
Yeah, they
Yep, she's
they
Jean
did
Grey.
kind of make a Carrie reference in that scene when when the director's telling her whatever he
Hair
tells
style.
her.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. That was a
And,
bit of a
um,
Carrie
And
reference.
oddly enough, I did like the whole students besides Zoe, because I think those cast of characters are actually more diverse and more. They have more like their own personality. Like, okay, you have this person who's a star, you have this person who overeats, you have this person who has Down syndrome, but it doesn't really affect their
Nan. Yeah.
anything like that. It's just like they play with it so nicely.
Which,
Yeah,
by
like
the
you
way,
say- oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. Well, no,
No.
before we get up, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just saying, like, you do kind of have like this whole dynamic with the four main, like, young witches. You got you got like the uptight, fucking movie star chick. You got like the little more prudish, quiet kind of girl, and then
Well,
you got,
wait. The prudish quiet girl. Are you talking about Zoe, the main girl?
yeah.
You know, she's honestly continue your point, but I will say, as you describe her, she's actually her exact character from the first season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally,
Pretty much.
everybody in this show.
Again, I wouldn't know because I didn't. See the first
Normally,
season.
everybody plays somebody very, very different than
Yeah,
the
too.
last season, but this girl is literally just playing the same role. But
Right.
go ahead.
And then you got like the fat girl, and then you got the retarded
That's
girl.
it. The fat girl. That's it. And the retarded girl. That's real fucking nice, Johan. That's real nice. More like Queenie, the human voodoo doll, which was
Yeah.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
cool. Yeah.
Nan, the clairvoyant Down syndrome girl, who was also from season 1, who played a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I was so happy that when I saw her in one of the stills and it showed the four girls walking, that's when I first saw Gabourey Sidibe was in it, and that's when I first saw the Down syndrome girl was back, and I got so excited. I was just because I wanted her in season 2. She was great in season 1. She added a real good vibe to that series. I thought personally.
Yeah, and it's
Is
on
that
pretty quickly. Oh, you go
is
ahead.
the first season still on Netflix?
Ye-
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
to.
You
I
gotta
don't
continue.
know. But what were
But
you gonna say, Isaiah?
I would say the Down syndrome girl. Down syndrome girl was my favorite of the witches because she was more to me. She was more kind and more smarter than the rest, which
Well,
was
that's what Jessica Lange, or one of the older witches, said later on. She said that girl's smarter than all four of them put together.
yeah. She has a cool power too, by the way.
Yeah, she like knows everything.
And she knows things and she can raise people from the dead. I heard it on Wikipedia.
No, I don't think she can. Can she do that?
I
Can
think they
she?
said on Wikipedia, yeah,
I
but I
know
had to look
that
into
we
that.
learned right away. Yep, American Horror Story is on Netflix. Just so everyone knows,
Mhm.
season 1, season 2 is not up yet.
Thank God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't need to see it, but it's coming soon to Netflix. I did remember seeing that. All right. What were you saying right before I interrupted with the Netflix?
No, we was actually talking about like the Down syndrome girl's powers. Like I said, she raised people from the dead. That's what I got from
Oh,
Wikipedia.
yes. Does she raise him from the dead? That's what Wikipedia said?
Yeah, that's what they said, but I had to look that over again because they didn't really say her powers specifically, which was kind
Wait,
of cool. But in Wikipedia they said she raised people from the dead, but it's still up in the air.
what you mean the Down syndrome girl? She raises people from the dead.
Yeah, that's what the Wikipedia said, but I had to look
Oh,
into that.
okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, okay, we'll get into that later. At the end. Don't want to see what happens at the end yet.
Yeah, I could not. Yeah, because I'm not sure about that. But
I had to look
yeah.
into that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
her
So,
powers
but
are.
any,
Yeah, let's go on.
yeah, we do find out then about a girl who does raise the dead, but then was burned. That's why they say the witches don't come out, and that's why the Hollywood girl is there. Um,
Right.
and then after that, let's see what happens. We find out about the Supreme Witch, which is
Yeah,
Jessica Lange,
who I love.
and she runs some multinational company, which I thought that was really cool too. That
Yeah,
was
I
along
like
the
that.
lines of the movie star thing. I think we're gonna get a lot of secret society stuff because they alluded to a war
Hmm.
that's coming on, and
Oh yeah, good war too.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
as I'm looking at it, this show is actually pretty damn good and is packed with so much stuff that if we go by every single scene that happened, we're gonna be here for 2 or 3 hours discussing this show.
Yeah. Right.
It was honestly, if it maybe you don't want to say that good, but it was definitely that
It
packed
was
full
it
of
was very
stuff.
strong, very very strong.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like,
It was a great first episode. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought I was good. You know what? When I first saw the trailer and heard what it was about this season, I thought I was gonna hate it. I was like,
oh, so did
what?
I.
same here.
I thought I was gonna hate it, but I gotta tell you, it really drew me in this first
You know what?
episode.
When I thought I had hope, I was very scared about it. Right after season 2 ended, they announced it was going to be about witches, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Then they announced Kathy Bates, and then they said Jessica Lange was coming back. And as soon as I heard all of that, I was like, you know what? Kathy Bates, Jessica Lange, you know, that's going to be great because Jessica Lange has been the one who's kind of been carrying the show, a
pretty
lot of it.
much. Yeah,
Her
'cause
acting,
she can play multiple characters at the same time. Like she can play this one character and next character and next character and pull it off like flawlessly.
yeah.
Right,
Um,
right.
which that, by the way, the girl from season 2 who played, what was her name? Lanny?
Uh, something like it was
Laney?
with banana or something
Oh
stupid.
yeah, Lana Banana.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, the girl who played her, she is like the head mistress, sort of
Oh yeah, that's right.
the
yep.
Hogwarts, and she's like a potion maker. I like how she's not at all like that Lana character because I didn't very much like that
Oh, I hated
character.
her. Sad to
It was
say.
too ragtime, too like, the girls
Yeah.
in Saturday Night Live when they go, well, I don't know about that. Or I can't even like that fake 1930s, the fake 1930s accent that
Right.
it seems like all the Saturday Night Live women use whenever they do a comedy bit. I can't stand that, and
Yeah.
that's what I felt Lana. That's
Whatever
what
her
I
name is.
felt she was like. This
Yeah.
season, she seems like a better character. So
Yeah. A more
Yeah.
complex character too. Like because she's related to the main character as well. So that's
yeah,
really cool.
is the Supreme? Is she her daughter, or is she her sister? Because they made a
Daughter.
reference. Daughter, because she said, I'll drop a house on you," like
Yeah,
made
like the daughter.
a wicked witch. It's her daughter.
Yeah, they said very briefly in the basement when she was cooking up the chemicals and all that cocktail
She was cooking
shit.
up that
Right.
Walter White, is what she was cooking up.
Basically making that blue.
Yeah.
Did she take a hit out of that thing she was cooking up?
She was
'Cause
about to, but
I
her
swore
mother
I
spooked
saw
her.
her. I swore
She sucked up some smoke and then
she
blew
did.
it
So
out.
she took
Yeah,
a bong
yeah.
hit.
It was close, but yeah, you're right. She got spooked by her mother, who was right behind her. Like,
You're
Yeah,
like,
her mom caught her
damn.
getting high.
My mom's catching. Oh no!
She caught her getting
Mom!
high on witch
I
hazel.
told you to knock.
but oddly enough, they have good chemistry from two characters who dislike each other. They was had good chemistry. Like they was playing back off each other. Like it was really cool animosity, but really cool character build in that scene together.
Yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of those two characters playing off of each other, reminding me of how they played off of each other in season 2. When
Right.
we finally got to Tate from season 1, Kit from season 2, and whatever the hell his name is in this season, Evan Peters, I think his name is an actor, dates and gets beaten by Emma Roberts. The girl who plays the actress. Do you know that? She just got charged with domestic violence against him.
Oh yeah, he got his ass beat.
He got beat up by his girlfriend. But so when those two see each other through the ice sculpture and stuff, it was a real throwback to the first season. And then I started thinking, oh wow, what if they tied it all together and made it like all of these characters are actually like the same souls, just reincarnated and this and that? Because I started thinking how season 1, because Tate was from the 90s, this could have been. But then I realized I was wrong, and it was all smashed.
I wish it was all connected because
I wish,
I
but I don't
enjoy
think.
it.
Yeah, I don't think it can be connected. It's just going to be a fun anthology, but
Yeah.
it's still fun. But all right,
Yeah.
let's get to that scene where we meet him. So the girl goes to a
Frat party.
frat party, and she meets a bunch of frat people. And Emma Roberts, the Hollywood witch, she gets date raped.
Yeah.
Yeah, gang date rape.
Gang date rape. She has gang bang date raped and recorded.
I didn't.
God.
Yeah.
You are giggling very giddily over that.
I didn't like.
Very
I
afraid.
didn't like that scene that well.
Uh,
I thought it was compelling, but I didn't like it.
yeah, it was fucked up.
Well, who likes to look at a rape?
No one does. It was just like, man, that's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, then what's his face? The comes in. He's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
before we get to more to that, he had a good scene with the frat boys on the bus. Like he said, don't act stupid, don't act crazy, and don't show off your dick, even how small it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Which showed they were buddies, but like he's a good guy, and when he saw what was happening, he went right after his friends.
Yeah.
You know.
But he was really underused in this whole episode. I thought they were gonna use more of him.
Well, I mean that because what happens next? He gets into the bus, he chases after them, they knock him out, and then that other witch comes out. She was catatonic 1 minute. She comes out and she just goes, and the bus just flips. Everybody
Explodes.
dies. Everybody dies.
Two people survived.
2 survived, but
Yeah.
it's not Tate, Kit.
Right.
It's the guy who led the rape.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good twist.
Right. Yeah.
I love the way she did it. The way she just came out there, which was again, it was kind of Carrie-like. She just came out there because she was warned. I mean, she was just drugged, raped, and violated in every way, and she just walked up and just went.
Flipped the fucking bus over and blew it up.
Yeah, you can get away with this. And then how she played off the next day, it was kind of
Shit.
really nice.
Justified.
Yeah, well, see, that shows me she might be an evil character as it goes along, because
I'm gonna say evil. I say more complicated to like or dislike.
so like a chaotic neutral.
Yeah, which I do like her a lot. Like, wow, that's kind of interesting because at the end, because we will talk about this later on. Like at the end of the scene, we see her do something else that was also compelling as well. But we'll get to that later.
All right. You can get to it now if you want.
Oh, okay. At the last scene of her, she was in the shower and she was crying. You see all these bruises on her. Like, wow,
Yeah, yeah.
she gives that tough interior just to hide behind the soft interior. Like, okay, that was really compelling though. That was really like that made us feel more towards the character than it did before.
I hate to say it, but the only thing that compelled Johan about that scene was a naked girl in the shower.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's a terrible person.
Yeah, that's why we like him so much.
I know. I'm terrible, yet so lovable.
That's why he doesn't come to Matt's hangouts against humanities, because he would just win because he's the most horrible person.
Pretty much. Really
But so we go through all that, you know. We hit all pretty much the main points about Jessica Lange and her character, because she didn't have much. She wants to be young, just like Kathy Bates wanted to be young.
Yeah.
So obviously, witches, while they live really long, they obviously age at a somewhat slower rate, and it obviously bothers them, like it bothers any of us.
Yeah, she was trying to get stem cells and shit.
Right, and I like that line. He says, "We are organic material.
Yeah.
We rot and we fade away," or whatever.
That was a really good scene when she I forgot her name, but the headmistress did to that guy. It was a really good scene. And it was kind of hot too. Well, I have a thing for her. Okay, I can't help it. She was hot.
Listen,
I agree.
I can't judge you when Johan's sitting right there. So we move on to let's see, because I know we're kind of jumping through this stuff fast, but
because there's so much to do, we can't just linger on all one topic because we get sidetracked.
Yeah,
we'll never get through it. Okay, so after that thing, they all have that breakfast. They find out about it. Oh no, we missed a part.
No.
Before all of that happened, I think, right before the frat party, they went to like a murder tour, sort of, or like a witch tour, a horror tour.
Witch tour, yeah.
And they end up in the house of Kathy Bates' character.
Yes.
And that's when the clairvoyant starts to see. So, by the way, first, Jessica Lange Jedi mind tricks the attendant, the woman, the tour leader. That was a cool scene.
That really was like,
oh, okay,
let us in. Okay, I'll let you in.
Yeah, you're letting us in for free. I'm giving you a tour for free.
Right. Yeah, then she leads her to where Kathy Bates is buried, basically.
Well, no, you're skipping.
The Down syndrome girl led her to where the body was. Like she could hear things that no one can hear.
Yeah, because that's when they told the story that I skipped to in the beginning about Angela Bassett's character being the lover of the guy with the bullhead and coming to extract her revenge by killing Kathy Bates. But what we come to find out, I think we can jump to that big reveal now, right? Did anything else major happen? The one major thing happened.
Except for the very ending?
No, because that was the ending. The ending was tied back to this scene. But then there was the girl, Zoe, when she went to the hospital.
Yeah, yes.
To go see, because she knew two were still alive. She didn't know which two. And she went to go see, as everybody who obviously saw the show knows this. She went there and it was the wrong guy, and she decides she's got to do what she's got to do, and she gives him some of that poison punani.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A great way to die.
She's like, well, might as well use this power.
But getting to that reveal, I think when he was digging her body up, we all kind of knew she wasn't really dead, because she's a witch. She's a powerful witch. Like, she's not gonna die that easy. But how she was locked up in the box, I was really interested. Like, someone knew she should.
Well, that got to my problem that I mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. When they dug up Kathy Bates and we see that she's alive now, and she's been buried underground the whole time with. I just realized this bothers me too. It actually bothered me last night, but I didn't realize it so much. The gag was perfect. Yeah. It was like, all that stuff should have been deteriorated. Okay, her body stayed good, but her clothes the thing, all that. I'm glad it didn't. Okay, I saw that Jack Nicholson movie when Kathy Bates was in the hot tub, and I still have nightmares. So I'm glad those clothes stood the
Thank you,
test of
God.
time. But, it's just a little. She just came out of that dirt a little
Yeah,
shiny.
that was like a really weak reveal in my book. Like, okay, we knew she was alive. That was like a no big brainer. Like, she is a fucking witch, by the way. So that doesn't really like help us. Like,
Well, that Jessica Lange said, "Come on, let's go get it. I'm buying you a drink." Like she took it off very nonchalant too. So it shows that they're not gonna hit us over the head with these moments, which is probably a good thing.
yeah, thank you, God.
Yeah, they're trying to. I guess they're trying not to be too
Ease us
overbearing
back into
right
the
away.
ease us back into the show, what it used to be.
Yeah, it's getting good. But the point that I didn't like was so Kathy Bates would rub blood on her face because she was obsessed with her age.
Right.
Yet
Right.
she got buried underground, and she stayed underground for 100+ years, however long. She came out looking exactly the same. What the fuck was she doing all that for? I don't know, crazy vanity or whatever, but you would think somebody who's a witch would see if something is either having a benefit or not. This pancreas blood is working or it's not working. You would think that they would be able to discern that. And
Right.
Yeah,
yet,
The whole blood
obviously,
thing
it held no effect on her because 100 years later, she looked the same.
yeah, the blood thing was
Right.
kind of getting like, you do know this is not really working because Bloody Mary did this back in the day, lady. You know, it didn't really work or help her out, but hey, whatever.
yeah.
Well, that's why I started thinking Elizabeth Bathory. I started thinking about the
like
references to that.
or like Lizzie Borden. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was getting. I mean, the pancreas thing was really scary and really cool, but putting the blood on her face got really old fast. Like,
Yeah, that was a
okay,
bit excessive. It was like real. Like, what's the point of this? You know.
you could have ate the damn pancreas. They'd be like, okay, you ate the pancreas. That's cool, but putting the
Like, yeah, that would have been a cool scene if she just pulled the pancreas out and then just like ripped it out of the side of him and just went like,
right, that would have been cool, but
yeah, right.
the blood thing was getting on my last nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually. I don't want to be disgusting, but knowing what this show is, I kind of had my suspicions about where that blood came from. I will say no more.
Oh.
I will say no
You
more.
know.
No, from that time of the moon.
Oh.
Speaking
I
which
know what you're
terms? Vagina blood.
Getting an old.
Menstruation.
Getting an old
Time of the
visit
month.
from Aunt Flo. Yeah.
That's just pushing it, Johan. You just went fucking over the line, pal.
Yeah.
You just
Well, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be doing my job.
That's true.
So yeah, I mean that was the big reveal. Which I don't know that was a big reveal, but it leads to a whole lot of awesome. I can't wait to see this 18th century or whatever, the 1800s witch from New Orleans walking the streets of 2013. You know, I'm looking forward to that culture clash, that bit of fish out of water. I'm looking forward to Angela Bassett coming in because she's been out in the world all this
Yeah.
time. You know, she's that old.
Bitter
So,
and
yeah.
more vicious.
Right.
Which, oh, by the way, because Angela Bassett looks really young and she's been there. The blood on the face, that's what I was going to say to you, Isaiah, which is, I think that is just trying to line her up with Jessica Lange's Quest for Youth, Kathy Bates' Quest for Youth. I
Right.
think there's going to be some sort of thing like that. And, oh, wild speculation here. Think about it. These girls are all young. These are all young witches.
Right.
Perhaps they keep their youth by using up these young witches.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a sinister
that's-
cause.
Yeah, that's gonna be my. I hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen because that'd be so pointless to have.
Right. And there is a campiness to the show, in a sense.
It
Not
can
too
be.
overbearing, but there is a snarky sense of humor to it, and like kind of campy, snarky sense of humor to it.
I'd say so. It's like a modern day camp. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
an evolved campiness. It's definitely
Yeah.
campy. 20 years down the line. Old campiness, 80s movies, they were good for about a year or two, or they were good until the 90s, and then in the 90s we were like, oh wow, that's real cheesy. This, I think, will have a shelf life until like 2020, until people start thinking it's cheesy.
First
Right,
of all, fuck those people who say 80s movies are cheesy.
Why? They're right, and that's what's great about
They
them.
are still right, so.
Well, yeah, no, they are cheesy, but that's what's great about them. Don't
Fuck
hate
you
on
for
them.
being right, guys.
Yeah,
Fuck your
but
logic.
I love, but no, but that's why we love them because they are cheesy and great and wonderful. Anyway, but with all that being said, fuck you, Todd. Bruce Campbell would be perfect for this show.
You just want to see him naked.
I don't want
Well-
any more male characters. The
No,
guy
I just
from-
want him. I just want him to be like a kick-ass witch hunter. Like he goes in trying to
Yeah.
take
Oh,
people
you-
out and shit.
You know what? You mentioned that to me a few months ago, actually. You mentioned
Yeah.
how you would like to see Bruce Campbell as a kick-ass witch hunter. And
Yeah.
when you did say that to me, and I thought it was a cool idea. And now that you said it again, as a witch hunter, yeah, that would be kind of cool. But we're not getting it, all right, pal?
I want-
All
I
we're
want
that
getting
little bit
is the
moved.
chainsaw.
I'm gonna write. I want Bruce Campbell as a witch hunter. Damn it.
I don't think that's gonna happen because that'd be
Yeah.
overbearing at best. Like, we
Right.
already got one weak male character here. We don't
I
need
know.
another over strong male character here. Like, no, we good. We're gonna get a war anyways. Like, yeah, we're gonna get a war.
Well, who is our male character? And we'll get into that, and that'll be the last point of the episode, and then we'll talk a little more.
Well, are
But,
we talking about the? Are we talking about the preview at all?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But
Yo, zombie.
who? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now I forgot my question. Damn it.
Who's gonna be
on
the male lead?
Who is no who now who's gonna be? As of now, who is the strong male character?
Well, as of now, the strongest male character died.
He'll be back though. He'll be a zombie, which
As
is
we've
gonna
seen
be-
Yeah.
in the previews. But how strong is he gonna be when he comes back as a fucking zombie?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of iffy because he was a killer as a ghost. That was one thing that was really cool. The second one, I did like his character in that one, but it's just kind of iffy. This one is gonna be even iffier the most, like
Wow. Yeah,
It's
you
like-
said it. Go ahead.
because it's like Frankenstein. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, what you just said is kind of cool. They had him play a ghost. They're having him play archetypes of horror. He played a ghost. That's the ultimate archetype of horror. They had him play a slasher killer, perhaps. You know,
Right. Like a Tommy Jarvis kind of character.
right?
Like,
And
yeah.
another archetype, and now they got him playing a Frankenstein or a zombie. We'll see how that plays out. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
sort of
what
a
we-
mix of a Franken zombie.
Yeah, it's mostly gonna be Frankenstein's because that's how for Frankenstein's monster. Let's be correct on that one. That's how you bring back all the parts together. Like remember in the previous set.
No
you bring-
disrespect to Dr. Frankenstein. I apologize.
Like she's I forgot the movie star actress said, bring the good parts from every man, put in him. Bada bing, bada boom.
She was just saying he had a small dick, and she was just saying wanting him to upgrade.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
Don't
be.
want those teeny weenies.
I knew Johan was lingering on that thought.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
Oh, shut up, Todd. You were too. Yeah, anyway.
But what else were you saying, Isaiah?
It's just I would say lastly is that his character is gonna be the weakest of the bunch because unlike the other two, which he had a strong point and had a strong arc with all those two characters. You know, if season 2 sucked, he still had a strong character. This one, he's gonna be more downplayed to just being a bullshit character because it makes him they make him the Frankenstein now. Well, Frankenstein monster is like, that's gonna be a stretch because he's not a bad actor. It's just the arc behind it's gonna be terrible.
Well, it's going to be love, I think, because that's what the clairvoyant Down syndrome girl said earlier. You will find love, but it'll be a strange and unexpected love.
Right.
So I think it's going to be Taint who plays her strange and her strange love.
Yeah, because he's undead, so she can't kill him by fucking him.
Hey, there you
He's
go.
undead.
Hey.
Ding
Yeah,
dong.
yeah.
Someone's getting laid.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
no more virginity.
It's like that's cool. I can't die. I'm already dead, baby.
I still got a hard on for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Come on,
Just
baby.
as
Don't
soon
you know we get hard-ons when we die? I still got
Come
mine.
on, come on. Rick and Mortis just set in. Come on.
You won't get pregnant either because most of my sperm died.
I had a horrible joke that I could have followed with, but I refrained, and I just want everybody to know I refrained. I'm a good person.
Oh no, because if you were a good person, you would have done the joke. Damn it.
No. All right, listen. So they
Uh,
talk about war, though. Earlier on, they said a war is coming. Do you think this war that's coming is going to be the voodoo priestess versus the witches, already something that was happening? Or do you think, oh, yeah, it probably is, because that's probably why. Okay, so it is, the war is already brewing between
no,
Angela
no,
Bassett and the witch side, because no, that's why
Yeah,
Jessica
pretty much.
Lang
no,
dug up
no,
Kathy Bates.
no,
That's why she had her dug up. What?
no. It's gonna be Bruce Campbell waging war on the
Oh,
Fuck
be
witches.
you.
quiet. Be quiet. Sit over there. Sit with your with your big old
Why don't
beard.
you go
I
pet
know.
your dog named Ashley, okay? Johan has a dog named Ashley.
Yeah, but it's gonna. Yeah, this war's actually gonna split the whole tide between what is a voodoo priestess and what is a witch itself. Like, which one's pretty much more powerful than the next.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
no, I'm interested to see where that goes. The whole war thing. I think
Oh,
yes.
totally.
I do like. I would love to
We're
see
getting
like where.
zombies in that war.
Yeah,
Really
Yeah,
love
that's
yeah,
gonna be
that.
awesome. It's gonna be like
yeah.
evil. It's gonna be like dead like that on that. Oh my god.
Right, right. I'm very interested to see where Kathy Bates where she comes into this war.
That's
Her
her fault.
character and how she uses her powers to help
Well,
their
she's got a
cult or
hate.
whatever.
She's got her vendetta now.
Yeah,
So
pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's why that they dug her up, because they're like, look, we need this piece to, mess up. I'm trying not to curse so much. I say too many bad words. We need this piece to mess up this voodoo lady, and what better than a woman with a grudge against her? Been
Right.
buried underground for 100+ years. I think she's pretty pissed off.
right.
And
Yeah.
we already know she's a sick piece of crap too.
Yeah, we don't like
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
like her that much, so we
Right.
don't care.
No, yeah.
Because we're kind of voting for the voodoo priestess to win. Like, yeah, I'm already on her side because yeah, Kathy Bates, she kind of fucked up on my part. Like, she kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I was gonna ask you, because, but you guys, because they obviously we're coming at it from the perspective of the witches. We're coming at it from that team. We've only met her from the voodoo side. Do you guys think, and I hope and I'm sure, that we're going to get more characters from the voodoo side so that we can start fully, start relating? I mean, they can't make Kathy Bates into a good person. They've got to.
Yeah,
You're
they
right.
make her.
Angela Bassett's got to be the better of the two. She has to be, because she
She has to
didn't
be
have an
evil.
attic full of slaves with their faces cut open.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right there, she wins, obviously.
by default.
By default, she wins.
Yeah.
So they're odd, but because of how the perspective that we're entering this from the witches, it's going to be something we're going to have to come to grips with. You know what I'm saying? Of which team we root for. Sort of like in Walking Dead season 3, up until they made the governor shoot up a whole group of people, you really think, more so than the comic. The comic didn't do this, but you think, wow, is Rick the good guy or is the governor the good guy? Like, who is who? Because they're both
Right.
trying to fight for something.
Right.
So you've got that same dynamic again. You've got a conflict of interest when watching the show as to who to root for.
Right.
Right. Okay. Right.
Because all your
yeah.
main characters, all those young witches, they're all under the guise of an evil organization, which is why, let me point my finger at you, which is why it would make sense if they were using the girls, like Jessica Lang and the older witches were using the girls for their vitality. Because then we get those girls teaming up with the voodoo priestesses and going against the upper echelon of evil witchiness, while they have a de facto in the Hollywood girl. Because the Hollywood, she's evil, so she's going to go with the upper ranks with the secret society witch people. And so we're going to have Precious, this is my guess, Precious, Down syndrome girl, and bad actress Tarimishimi Faringa. And the three of them are going to join forces with the witch people, with the voodoo people, and Emma Roberts, Hollywood girl, and Jessica Lang, and even the blonde potion maker, because I think her potions are going to come into play with whatever evil they do in these girls.
Well, she's trying to kill her mother though, so she doesn't like her mother. So
Yeah, she doesn't, but she still might like her youth,
probably.
So, and because they're playing on that whole vanity thing, that might come into play. So I guess that was kind of my wild speculation without announcing wild speculations. What about yous guys? Keeping it East Coast. What about yous
Speculation?
guys? Wild speculations.
I think
In a
that,
Christopher Walken voice.
shut
I'm
up, Todd.
sorry. All right, how about it's
Um,
American Horror Story? Do it in the voice of Reagan McNeil when she's possessed.
How about you just let me do it?
Dick.
You fucker. Oh, you just let me know. No, I'm interested to see where they go with the whole with the whole war thing. That was a really cool scene in the preview when you see like the zombies coming out of the graves and shit. Like their zombie army. And I really want to see why Zoe was holding that chainsaw, looking like Ash and dead and shit.
Yeah, was she fighting the zombies or was she fighting another force?
And that also looked like a cool scene when they were sewing together the body parts to make the zombie boy.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you love those any scenes when they. Never mind. Go ahead.
Shut up, Todd. Some kitty jokes for one night.
My wild speculation is that Down syndrome girl is gonna play a bigger part than most of us actually realize. Like, she's the only one that actually knew that Kathy Bates' character was still alive. Also, we kind of don't know what her power actually is, and she can pretty much foretell the future for a lot of people, like in a more cryptic way. So I think she's gonna play a bigger role at the very end, like see which side wins or not. So it'd be really interesting to know we found the whole truth behind the whole organization, and if Todd's speculation is right, the witches would pretty much go against them, minus the Hollywood chick, because again, she is like the villain, the anti-protagonist. So anyway,
yeah, I hope you're right about that girl having a bigger part because that was one of my hopes.
Yeah.
Right on, yeah.
And I had a question for you guys. Oh yes, last question because here we are, 11 p.m. And we've pretty much covered anything. You guys could throw anything else in if we missed it after this question, but do you think this is it? Like everything that's going to be in the show, do you think they introduced it in the first episode and learned their mistakes from, in my opinion, mistakes from last season, or do you think that they're going to give us this story like they did last season? They're going to give us a story that's focused for a few episodes, and then they're going to start throwing a whole bunch more shit at us, like maybe more aliens, or
Don't get me started.
Do you think they've learned their lesson, and this is going to everything we need to know is in that first episode, and the rest is dissecting?
I think they learned their lesson pretty much well, because I heard from a lot of forums and myself that no one liked that season 2 subplots and bullshit aliens, and it just went all over the place. So they're trying to figure out, like, okay, we gotta stay focused, stick on one topic, and put some other topics mixed with it. Just stay on one thing, only that.
Right, yeah. It's not that I think this is what it's gonna be. Just this. I hope that it's just gonna be this. I hope they don't jump over with a whole bunch of bullshit subplots
or at least if it's related. If they do bring in a witch hunter, fine. I'll accept.
Right. Make sure it's relatable.
Right, things within the universe of witch mythology, witch lore. I'll accept that and be happy with that. Bring as much witch shit as you can, but
right.
No goblins.
No.
Which, by the way, is a new book coming out soon from Rotting Horse Publishing. Goblin. So that's why I don't want goblins. I want to corner the goblin market.
Oh, no devil, no nothing. We don't know no devil. We don't know demons. We want nothing.
Yes,
like
no
that
demons.
shit.
Even though it is witches, I don't.
Right.
Oh, do we want to know? That's a question. Do we want to know where the source of? Wait, let me finish my question. Fuck hair. Do we want to know?
Fuck you, Todd.
It was your beard. It was your beard that made me call you fuck hair. But do we want to know where the witches' powers come from?
No.
No,
I don't think I do. But if they do it right, I do.
I don't, because it's gonna ruin the magic behind a witch. Like, Harry Potter never told us where the magic comes from in Harry Potter, so why do it with the witches?
Well, in Harry Potter, it's just like actually all the magic came from my beard in Harry Potter. But no, well, in Harry Potter, they're just like, oh, magic, yeah. But in this, I think they did hint at the whole demonism thing in the beginning, because yeah, granted, like a lot of witchcraft is mixed with demonism, like and all that
Satanism.
crap.
Do you mean
Satanism, demonism.
when the girls played their prank on her?
No. I'm saying in the opening credit sequence, you see like that demon-looking thing with the
Oh
wings
yeah, that
spreading
was
open.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
that
it
was
creep-
really
That
cool.
was cool and creepy as fuck. I really thought that was
Which
really cool
it did
and
kind
creepy.
of piss me off because in Goblin, which is coming out from Riding Horse Publishing soon, in Goblin there's a mantelope. That's it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, that's what I want a mantelope to look like.
Yeah, no. So I do think they may delve into the whole like Satanism and demonism part of witchcraft.
Since you reminded me of that, I hope we see that little monster in this show. I want to see that monster.
That would be fucking cool.
But they normally don't show everything. Like the things that are in the opening credits of this show, they normally don't directly show. They're sort of like representations of themes and things that will be in the show.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I know that I got that from the second season, but that's why I'm saying they might delve into the whole Satanism and demonism thing, part of witchcraft, because they show that in the opening credit sequence. Like they may be hinting at, like, oh, this is,
and racism.
They were hinting at it exactly.
Actually, now I think I want it, because I think I want some of that. I want me some of that.
Oh yeah. No, I would definitely be down for that, for like some cool like Satan worshipping scenes and demons popping up and shit. That'd be cool.
We know why. Okay. Look at that beard.
Just no goblins.
Right.
No
my beard would be pleased if
no serial killers either. We don't want no serial killers or aliens.
Yeah, as long as there's no aliens, I'll be fucking happy. Please, no fucking aliens, please. Although I will say this, when the alien thing plot was introduced in the second season, I thought it fit well with the plot because it happened during the the 60s, right? And that's when alien abduction
50s
was a big
or 60s.
Well, whatever time period that was, and that's when alien abduction first became a big phenomenon. It was back like in the 50s and 60s. So I thought that,
I said it led on to nothing in the end. Like it didn't do anything special.
No, you're absolutely right. It all amounted to nothing, and it was fucking stupid. But I thought when they first introduced that plot in the second season, like early in the second season, I thought it was interesting because it was following with like the time period. Like stuff like scary stuff that happened in that time period.
I honestly thought last season that it was going to end with, and I thought that it was because there was so much shit happening. I was like, you know what? All of this whacked out bizarre crap is happening, and we're in a mental asylum. So I think the big reveal is going to be that at the end we realize this is just the delusions of everybody in the asylum. This is the guy who thinks he's abducted. This is the woman who talks to ghosts. This is, this creep and that creep. And this is the woman who thinks the doctor's really a mad scientist making mutants. I thought it was all delusions of the patients. And then they did a musical number, and I was like, I was right. It's delusions. They're all crazy. And then no, they weren't all crazy. It was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, that musical number was fun. That killed the second season for me. Like, I was just like,
made no sense.
Really? Yeah.
Well, that's what they killed it with the underdog, because you're coming in as the guys who made Glee, something that is known as being notoriously
music-like,
notoriously fringe. It's for like little girls, for like high schoolers, for teeny boppers at best.
Exactly.
Justin Bieber's.
Right, and that's what you're known for, and now you're going from that world, and you're hitting us right over the head with one of the greatest pieces of horror that came out in a long time with season 1 of American Horror Story. You won that fight, and then you're going to fucking dance and do a musical number in your next
season.
You're supposed to not be like Glee at all, because...
It was for that reason why I didn't watch the first season. It was exactly for that reason.
I don't
Because
know.
I feared something like that would happen, and it did in the second season. But according to everyone I talked to, including you, that nothing like that happened in the first season. Like there were no
No.
musical numbers or anything
No,
stupid like
sir.
that.
First season was awesome. Although I believe it was Diano who said that he
Second-
doesn't like the first season and liked the second season.
He said that, yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna have to get him in here one of these days and dissect that bit of
Yeah.
logic. I'm definitely curious to see what he loved a lot about season 2. All right, what else do we have for this episode? Because, by the way, I'm getting a little upset talking about season 2. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like being filled with disappointment, and I'm glad doesn't look like that's happening this year. It looks like we're back to a
Roots.
season 1
Okay.
kind of event, or at least something close.
Let's hope.
Did we miss anything? Was there anything else really important or noteworthy you guys wanted to talk about?
I don't
No,
think so.
we covered everything.
Yes, we did, except for the infestation in Johan's beard. We didn't actually talk about what is infesting his
Yeah,
beard.
why is it so red?
Yes. Well, that's the
well-
blood. That's from the scabs he picks under there.
Yeah, no, shut up.
You don't have to answer that one, Johan. If that's it, if we've got no
It's
more
for
points,
me. It's for me to know. Anyway, it's for me alone.
well, you heard it here first, folks. It is for Johan to know and for us to never find out.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you enjoyed our discussion. I hope we made some sense and we were at least semi-coherent for you. If you have any comments, questions, or complaints, please point them directly to Isaiah Mullins. He is happy to field everything negative you guys want to say. But, yeah, really, you guys have any ideas on how we make our show better, just hit us up. Say what's up. Also, we got blacklist discussions. Forget that, though. Let's talk about something big coming up with Geeks of the Round.
Oh, yes.
Walking Dead, baby.
Yes.
3 mother flower days, 3 days. Yum, 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 yum.
That's right.
Wait.
Hopefully they don't fuck this season up. Hopefully.
I don't think season 3 was fucked up, but we'll save that conversation
Yeah, we'll
for
save it.
Monday
Yeah.
when Diano will be hosting. I'm not exactly sure what time. On Tuesday, we've got another discussion of the blacklist coming up, provided there was an episode on Monday. I'm not sure. I got to check the schedules. But whenever there's an episode on a Monday, we do a discussion on the Tuesday. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be having a discussion Wednesday, I'm almost positive, unless it's going to be Tuesday night after the blacklist. Check Geeks It Around. It's all there. And, again, Diano's coming up. And then you got this every, what the fuck day is today? Thursday?
Yep.
And I don't know if we should talk about it, but let's just say that guys, keep watching Geeks It Around. Some exciting things are going to be happening. And with that, good night, everybody's. See you
Good
soon.
night.
Have a nice day.
Night.
Wait, that's copywritten, isn't it? I shouldn't say that.
We
Have a
pretend we didn't
nice
say
day.
it. Pretend we didn't say it.
Sayonara.